What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, it was pretty obvious with the release of the surprising Werewolf by Night last year by Marvel Studios on Disney Plus that they were looking to develop the paranormal corner of the MCU. And as evidence of this, you have upcoming projects like Agatha Coven of Chaos and even next year's Ironheart, which we will talk about during this video, adding characters to the MCU and eventually leading to a Midnight Suns. Other characters, like Blade, are also being introduced during this phase, and again, while it may take longer than the Multiverse Saga to get to a Midnight Suns, they're slowly building that way. Well, one character that's absolutely necessary for all of this is Ghost Rider, and last December, we had an exclusive from Geekosity that said that project was in the works. Today, we have a major update coming from an industry insider and Twitter scoopster that says the same, and in fact, it was in pre-development right before the strike started. We're going to break down the latest update for Ghost Rider, also talk about that scoop and exclusive from back in December, what they're saying about this project and what it means for the future of the MCU and a Midnight Suns. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with Loki's release. We'll also be giving away one for Echo and the Marvels. Again, all you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment on this video if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this latest update is coming from the anonymous Twitter scoopster, everybody's favorite, My Time to Shine Hello, who indicated that the new Ghost Rider solo project was in development pre-strikes and that they will move forward with it when the strikes are done. Now, as I mentioned briefly during the prologue, we had an exclusive back in December from Geekosity. That's industry insider Mikey Sutton. He's a friend of the channel and someone who's been a trusted industry insider source, and for far longer than I've been doing this. This is the guy who broke that Spider-Man was going to be in Civil War. He was also talking about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield teaming up with Tom Holland in December of 2019, and around that same time was scooping Wolverine and Deadpool 3, and look where we're at now. Now, in that exclusive that we ran back in December, this is what he had to say about the Ghost Rider project with some pretty extensive details. Quote, according to our sources, Ghost Rider, the Spirit of Vengeance himself, is coming to Disney Plus. While he's a major component of the Midnight Suns, with Disney Plus already including TV MA shows under parental lock, Ghost Rider is in position to be for an adult audience only. Johnny Blaze is going to be the lead in the show, but according to their insiders, Danny Ketch will also be in the show, and Ketch won't have turned into Ghost Rider just yet, with no word on whether or not Robbie Reyes will be involved. They then go on to report, quote, we were told that Blaze will acquire his powers from Mephisto. And before you guys or anybody else accuses me of sounding too much like Eric Foss, the Mephisto King himself, there was a Deadline article back in October of last year that pushed this way beyond the rumor mill territory, where they reported, quote, speculation is growing. Sacha Baron Cohen has entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe with a role in Marvel Studios' upcoming series Ironheart as a comic book villain. A source close to the production confirmed to Deadline that there is talk on set about Cohen being a part of Ironheart, likely playing Mephisto. He's also been spotted at Marvel facilities located at UK's Pinewood Studios. Reps for Marvel and Cohen have refused to comment on any Cohen involvement for Ironheart or the larger MCU, but as they then specifically say, like any major Marvel characters, word is that Cohen would appear in other projects. They also mention Agatha Coven of Chaos as one of those possible spots, but based on this report, Ghost Rider on Disney Plus seems like another real likely choice. Now, there have been major developments from what's going on with Ironheart. Disney and Marvel had already told us at D23, right around the time of this article, that the show would focus on the intersection of the supernatural and technology. Obviously, Ironheart in the school of Tony Stark with technology, and her adversary in the show, The Hood, focusing on the supernatural. At the intersection of this, Sacha Baron Cohen, Mephisto himself, obsessed with technology, and rumors have also put him as the purchaser of the Avengers Tower, basically while in human form like a Tony Stark character. There's even been further rumors than that it's his biotech that's actually going to be fueling the Serpent Society with their quote-unquote superpower gear during Brave New World. Now, just because all of these pieces are being added to the chessboard doesn't mean that this is something Marvel Studios is trying to close in on, and I actually remember saying something very similar to this when we covered the exclusive, that how many big bads can you have during the Multiverse Saga, and aren't they really focused on something different? That's why I personally think they may slow burn return, the Midnight Suns, have it operating just in its own space in the MCU, and then eventually lead to that, maybe even after the multiverse saga is done. Now, before you go rushing to say, well, he's definitely going to be the villain in Blade, I think that's assured that won't be the case. We only knew limited things about the script as it was entering its third official rewrite a month before they were set to start filming, before the strikes basically shut that project down, and they delayed it over another year again. Everything we knew about that was a basic origin story, or reaching back to about the 1920s period piece and then following Blade up through present time. I really do not expect to see Mephisto as a part of Blade. There have been rumors about Sacha Baron Cohen in LA and some other spots filming for cameos, maybe one of which for Agatha Coven of Chaos, but again, they can slow burn this as long as they want and keep him in the background, because there are bigger and different villains, characters and storylines they need to get through. This just doesn't have to be integral to the multiverse saga. In fact, it really can just exist in its own little corner of the MCU. The Midnight Suns don't have to cross over with the Avengers for me, and honestly, if they're going to keep it one thing, basically TV MA as they started with Werewolf by Night, do the same for Ghost Rider, and then make it that kind of story, that's fine for me to have it exist on its own thing. I would rather see projects like Blade be rated R and stay with the gore and the horror side of this and embrace that, rather than sort of water it down. And while I do assume Ironheart is going to be that PG-13 or that normal PG rating, something more in line with Ms. Marvel, that can be the one outlier. They've got to stick with the blood and the monsters. They did so well with Werewolf by Night. There is already such a great pattern for them to just follow there. Fingers crossed they don't screw this up. Guys, let me know all your thoughts, though, down below about Ghost Rider, the version that we're getting in Johnny Blaze, and of course, with all that concept that's out there for Norman Reedus, Keanu Reeves, who's your Ghost Rider? Who you got for Johnny Blaze in the MCU? No, not Nick Cage. Now let's quickly get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, guys, we are still giving away PlayStations here at the channel. We're giving away one for the Loki finale, also one with the Echo series when it drops, and one for the Marvels. If there's any truth to What If coming out this year as well, that would be 4 in, like, say, the next 6 or 7 months. So if you want to be entered to win, all the same rules will always apply. Super simple. All you got to do, hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment on the video. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced live with my voice in the comments shown at the end of the video here on screen. So remember to stay vigilant, really, on my channel or any channel on YouTube, or really any platform. Anybody can claim to be a content creator and tell you that you've won prizes, and I've seen this happening a lot lately on Instagram now that they seem to clean it up here on YouTube. So just be vigilant and be safe. The best way to keep up with the content here at the channel, though, is to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate you smashing the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at @ImFires. You also can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.